Hey friends, welcome back. This is week 38 weigh-in for me using Zepbound. I have been on a weight loss journey using a GLP-1 since February 25th of 2025 when I started at 265.4 pounds. Last week I weighed in at 224.4 pounds, and over the last 6 weeks using Zepbound 10 milligrams, I have continued to lose every single week. And this week I did also have a loss. I weighed in at 223.8 pounds, which puts me at just 8.4 pounds away from reaching my first 50 pounds by December 31st. We've got about 7 weeks left. That means I have to try to lose at least 1 pound or more every single week to get there. I'm hopeful and I'm doing everything in my power to be able to attain that goal. Now, I did lose 0.6 pounds this week, not even a whole pound. What happened? What did I do wrong? Nothing. I did everything right that I possibly could. I stuck with my meal plan. I did most of my 1 hour cardios every day so far. Honestly, it's Shark Week for me this week. So I have a lot of bloating and inflammation. I know I'm holding on to water. I expect that next week's weigh-in will be slightly higher. With Thanksgiving just 2 weeks away, I can feel the scale anxiety creeping in and making me worry about whether I'm going to attain this first 50-pound goal by December 31st. And if you're feeling the same way, you are not alone. I am here to give you 5 tips to help you fight Thanksgiving food anxiety this holiday. Remember, this event should be about the memories that we are creating with our loved ones, not about the food, and definitely not about the scale. Our progress is not going to be wasted just because a few pound fluctuation around this holiday. My first tip to fighting Thanksgiving food anxiety is to simply stick to your regular eating plan, meaning don't skip meals just to save room for that big dinner. Unless you do intermittent fasting, if you have your breakfast and your lunch, then have that and then plan for dinner. Skipping meals throughout the day will lead to excessive hunger, which will lead to excessive eating at the dinner table for Thanksgiving. Tip number 2 to fighting Thanksgiving food anxiety is to try to have a menu plan in advance of dinner. That might be a little bit more difficult if somebody else is hosting dinner and you don't know everything that's going to be served. If you know in advance what foods you're comfortable eating, it might really help ground you so that you don't get triggered by other food items at the table. Tip number 3 to fighting Thanksgiving food anxiety is try to plan to get a walk-in after your meal. We all know that walking after meals helps elevate your mood, it stabilizes your blood sugar levels, and it aids in your digestion. Don't become a couch potato after having that heavy meal. Instead, grab a friend, a loved one, and just do a couple laps around the block. If it's too cold outside, depending on the state that you may live in, walk around the island kitchen or do a few laps in the living room. Anything that will get your body moving, that it's gonna just get you feeling happier and not guilty about the meal that you just had. Tip number 4 to fighting Thanksgiving food anxiety is practice mindful eating during this holiday meal. You have the right to choose your portion size. Do not allow anyone to guilt trip you into, is that all you're eating, or here's a little bit more. You know what your body needs. You know what you're comfortable eating. Stick with just that. Slow down when you're eating. Try to put your utensils down, engage in conversations with others around the table. Really allow your body the time to give you those cues that you are full, you're no longer hungry, and you can now stop. And tip number 5 to fighting Thanksgiving food anxiety is to simply be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer to a friend or a loved one. Just because the scale might fluctuate in the opposite direction after this meal, it does not mean that our progress is wasted. It's just water retention, it's just inflammation, it's just bloating. A few days later, we are right back on track and we got goals to get to. We are going to start 2026 better than we started 2025. So don't let a few pounds after Thanksgiving deter you from the end goal. Thanks so much for watching. If you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for, friend? Join us. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and leave me a comment. For the comment this week, will you leave me a turkey emoji? As we prepare for this Thanksgiving holiday, let's keep in mind those 5 tips to help us fight Thanksgiving food anxiety. Till next time, let's keep losing, friends. Bye.